In the last of my best of lists, the one devoted to Dolci, I hoped post-COVID travel to Italy and subsequent vlog postings would again be possible by October 2022. As it turned out, by August of 2021, the overall vaccination rates in northern Italy were high, necessary precautions were being taken and rigorously checked, and there were no longer any mandatory quarantine or other restrictions which effectively prevented traveling. So, in late August, I booked a last-minute flight and hotel room, and on the second weekend of September, I found myself back in Milan after a much-missed absence of 2 years. After lunch at the Botanical Club, I started off by spending a bit of time near the Duomo to get my Milanese vibes back in place. Then made some essential book purchases at the Mondadori megastore next to the Duomo, and soon enough it was time for dinner at a new restaurant. Locatelli on Via Camperio. If some of the decor looks familiar to you, that shouldn't be surprising. Up until 2019, the venue housed La Cucina del Toro, featured in episodes 126 and 131 of Tonycitytastes. It reopened under new management and with a new chef, Federico Trobbiani, in late January 2020, mere weeks before the pandemic shut everything down. I had my order figured out quickly and settled back to enjoy some bread and a glass of Sauvignon Blanc Winkel from the Talan winery just outside Bolzano in South Tyrol. For my antipasto, I went with a crema of ginger, champagne, and scallops, garnished with fresh herbs. A voluptuous yet refreshing soup to start my dinner. After some consultation with the waitress, I decided to continue with another glass of the Sauvignon Winkel to accompany my primo. This was a risotto with beets and gorgonzola, whose colors were as delightful as the taste. Concerning my question as to what the decorative greens on top were, the waitress wasn't quite sure and needed to ask the chef. She was soon back from the kitchen with the reply. They were pea shoots. We moved on to a red for the secondo, a Morellino di Scanzano from Montecivoli, a winery southeast of Grosseto in Tuscany. The secondo was pigeon, a delicacy I rarely get to eat in Vienna. Not just the 2 breasts, but the legs and wings as well, served separately in a bowl where they rested on fresh rosemary and sage. The chef came out to give me some details I needed to know. That sauce underneath the breasts was a glaze of the roasting juices and sherry, reduced for hours and hours. A family with children was sitting at the adjacent table, so with great discipline, I restrained myself from making swooning sounds while I soaked up every last drop of this sauce with the remaining bread. As to the smoky taste I had detected in the potato puree, the chef said it came from the potatoes having been smoked in a barbecue. And this item? It was a sweet macaroon with a salty filling of pigeon innards, coated in diced porcini and parsley. Of the 4 dessert offerings on the menu, I went for the crema catalana with a wedge of hazelnut croccante. Scattered over the crema catalana were fresh lavender leaves. Just the right size for a rich dessert, and the perfuming lavender helped give some lightening balance. Also, exactly the right dessert to end a wonderful dinner on my first night out after 2 years of being away from Milan.